This is a quick video talking about how exactly you can do different things to get guest posts of different people for free. I'm just going to use two things in this example. I'll use myself as an example of how you do it if you want one with me, and I'll also be using you. So, what can you learn by looking at my Facebook page to get a guest post for free? Well, let's just talk about this thing here. One of my images here as a good example. Sorry if the speed's a little slow. Facebook's a bit slow sometimes. So you could say two things by looking at my profile here. You could say I like polecats or I like ferrets. You could also say that I like a game Fallout 3. So you could use that as a possibility to open up, say, a working relationship with me. You could make some sort of comment towards me, saying something like this: "Hey Blair, I see you like polecats a lot." That would then impress me or make me more interested to speak to you because it shows me that you've done a little bit of research into me, saying I like ferrets. And it also lets me know as well, you're not purely only about money, you're wanting to get to know me. So I'd be more likely to give you a guest for free if you made some comment about ferrets, or you made some comment about Fallout 3 or on my image. It just tells me that you've put some effort into learning about me or learning about what I do as a possibility for me being more interested in speaking to you or giving you, say, a guest was free. For example, with yourself, with you being obviously related to Genghis Khan for your surname, let's just say I want to get a guest post of you, or I want to get a guest post of someone else called Khan. I can make some sort of comment like this back to you, saying something like this: "Hey, I see you're related to the famous Genghis Khan, who is obviously the greatest military genius in the world. I know a lot of people argue that Napoleon was better, but Genghis Khan actually was. He conquered most of the world, so he was obviously a better leader as a whole. So I can make a comment about you being related to Genghis Khan. So that tells you, or tells another Khan, that I've put some effort into knowing you, or I've put some effort into knowing about your family. So that might mean you're more willing to give me a guest post, or be more willing to speak to me in general, because I've then put an effort in to get to know you, and I haven't made it purely about all about me or all about you. I basically made it all about you. So then you're more likely to open up to allow someone to work with you, or someone to get a guest post off you, just simply in the grounds that we've basically made it more personal and more unique to the person in charge. It doesn't really matter who the person's called. You can still do the same sort of thing. It could be any. It could have any surname in the world, such as Smith, such as Jones. It doesn't really matter what the surname or surname is. You can still make it personalized. You can still make it relatable to that person. But it's a good idea as well if you can try and do some research into the person, get to know them a bit. For example, let's just say like a football team. I'm just picking Manchester United for obvious reasons because Manchester United is basically in its own right the biggest football brand in the world, so most people can relate to Manchester United itself. So let's just say I found out the person likes Manchester United. I can make some sort of comment about that, saying, for example purposes, I haven't really paid much attention, to be completely honest, how well Manchester United did last season, but let's just say I had done some, for example purposes right now. I might have said something like this: "Oh, I see your team's doing pretty well. They're in the top 10 places now. That's a decent result. And I'm also a big fan of Alex Ferguson." I'll be completely honest. I am actually. I think Alex Ferguson's a cool guy. But I'm just using that as example purposes. You should try and make it relatable to a person. If you just send someone an email saying like this: "Hey, I'm the greatest man in the world," or "I'm the greatest woman in the world, you'll know who I am," that kind of stuff. It sounds very arrogant and very stuck up. And a lot of people, when it comes to getting guest posts, do that. In reality, when you're sending someone an email for a guest post or an email to get them as a client, the most important person is not me or you, it's whoever you're trying to deal with. Because that is a person who can give you a link, a person that can pay your wages or pay you a salary, whatever, a month. And if you don't apply the same things quite a lot of people do over the arrogance that people quite often show when it comes to getting guest posts at things, you'll find overall you'll get more likely to get guest posts for free because it impresses people to a certain degree that you're willing to take an effort to get to know the person to person or the company itself. And that's one of the reasons you can get guest posts quite easy for free if you're willing to basically put a bit of effort in trying to learn about whoever's in charge of the site. And please note as well, it doesn't actually always mean you must speak to whoever, say, the chairwoman the director, that kind of stuff, to get told yes or no. You can still speak to someone who's, say, a VA, sales manager, whatever, and you can use it as a possibility. It's a way to get you a free guest post, or a free client, or a client to pay you money every month, just by you making a bit of effort to show respect to whichever person you speak to. If you show respect to them, you'll be much more likely to get told yes, rather than doing what I see quite often, the whole very, very arrogant approach people generally show when it comes to getting clients and guest posts. Because I wasn't Mr. Castman, I said, I see emails all the time of people asking me for guest posts, and it sounds like this. Hey, you'll know who I am. I'm the greatest CEO in the world. I mean, not to be cheeky, but in a lot of cases, I've never heard of a person that sends this email to me, and it just sounds, to be honest, quite funny for me to read it. That's part of the reason for why I generally wouldn't reply back to someone unless they send me a second email. It's just silence, because it just makes me think that they're either a jerk or they're just someone I wouldn't want to work with. But if they sent something better, something that would actually sound more normal, or something that sounded more respectful, I'll be fair, I would be more likely to give them a free guest post, or be more likely to deal with them. It's just the way I am, and quite a lot of other people think the same ways. Because that's the reason in the past someone sent me a similar email like that, and I actually sent to him for devilment, who are you? And what made it really funny was he sent in a second email to me in bold writing with his name underlined. And I thought it was really funny. Anyway, I hope this video helps you. Anyway, see you later.